my name is Mark Jungemann. I live and manage Three Forks Preserve in Carmel. We are longtime supporters of the Indiana Land Protection Alliance and members. And I have a couple of questions. I'll ask the first one now. The area you see behind me was formerly a home site. We tore the house down, but there's lots of turf grass remaining. And I want to support pollinators. So my question is, can I plant clover as a ground cover and then wildflowers for a little more pollinator support as well? Or should I plant one or the other? Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. That was a great question. And if you're ready to take your lawn and to find an alternate option, kill your lawn and replace it with something both ecologically more friendly and maybe even your time management. So a couple options. One that you hear a lot if you just Googled or you did a search for replacing your lawn, clovers comes up. Now clovers, if you put in clover, trifolium, oftentimes trifolium repens, which is the little white clover, you put that in your lawn, you're going to see bumblebees, you're going to see non-native honeybees, you're going to see other bees going after the clover, so that's a good thing. So it's better than just turf grass. I have a couple problems with it. One is that we're taking a non-native suite of plants with the turf grass and we're putting in another non-native group of plants with the clovers and the trifoliums. So that's my first problem. We're just taking one non-native and replacing it with another non-native. My next problem is that if you have kids and you have dogs and you're using the lawn a lot, running around on the lawn a lot, trifolium just doesn't hold up the same way as turf grass does. So if those are concerns for you, the second option would be to replace your lawn with native sedges. And even putting in some native grasses, but sedges can hold their own. Sedges are grass-like plants. We're not going to get into that today. The difference between grasses and sedges, maybe another video. So sedges are grass-like plants that come in all shapes, forms, and sizes. They're fantastic, and I think they're underutilized in not only landscape but in open spaces. And so there are plants like Carex pennsylvanica, the pen sedge, Carex rosea, the rosy sedge, that you could put in your lawn that could replace the turf grass. First thing you gotta do though is kill all your turf grass, and then you put the plugs in because the seeds doesn't grow well from seeds. So it's gonna take a little more work, a little money up front, but it's gonna save in the long run. And also think about the areas that you don't use often and what to put in there. Think of native shrubs, native forms, different things that can feed the ecosystem, that can buffer the natural areas around you. So then your open space, your landscape can, instead of be a detriment to the natural areas around it, can be a help. So look up the flora that's in your natural areas, so that you're not putting a native plant in that's maybe a state over, that now you're introducing it to an environment that it's not native to. So there's going to be a little bit of research that you got to put into it. But then when you do put in these native plants, think about positioning. Don't just put them in and mulch and nice landscape. I mean, if that's your thing and you love doing that, having a little perennial garden, that's fine. But have areas then where it's a little more wild, because that's where the life is going to show up. That's where things are going to happen. And also you add an element of mystery in your yard, because now you're having character, you're having layers. So what do I mean by mystery? So I think about when you're a kid and you're in a woods and you're hiding behind a tree or you're building a fort. The points of those are to escape this hustle and bustle that we're in. So you put in different levels of native plants, and now you have more character, more dynamic in your yard that you can go and you can hide it behind. You can enjoy more. So there's different elements of landscaping now that you can do. But if you're just thinking turf grass, if you just want to replace the turf grass, think of sedge lawn, and then complement that with native grasses, with native forms as well. So then you can have some nice flowering plants. So maybe don't replace your turf grass with clover. There's other options. So on that, if you have any questions or comments, if you tried this and it worked for you or didn't work for you, and you have some things you want to say about it, leave your questions and comments below, and I'll try to get back to those in another video. Also, check out the links below, and enjoy life, and cheers.